All right, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to be back, guys. We're back here in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're doing some flying today. We're going to do a little beach trip. So that is going to be awesome. Flying out to the North Myrtle Beach Airport, Grand Strand, KCRE. And I'm trying to make sure that I've got my ForeFlight set up here. It's not showing. Supported devices connected. What is going on with that? I've got the flight tracker thing up, right? Yep, that's connected. Sim connected. Discord settings. Show landing right now. Don't need all that. Flight events. This is supposed to broadcast to the iPad, I think. And yet, doesn't seem to be working. That's what I didn't do. Okay. Broadcast out of the local network. Now it's working. Okay. And of course, you all can see that's when I click this. Oh. Stand by. And now it's not doing it again. Oh, the program crashed. How do you like that? How do you like that? Alright. What's up, Isaac? Good to see you, my man. Just got home from a parade. Alright. What parade was that? What parade would it be on June 4th? It's not a 4th of July parade. It's certainly not. Alright. How do I get to the desktop? I forgot how to do that in this flight simulator environment here. There we go. Flight events client. So settings, we want broadcast local network. Connected. VATSIM mode. Start flight tracking. Alright, there we go. Tracker, good to see you, my man. So now, there we go. Now it's working. Hopefully that comes up all right. It's about a 2-second delay, I think. Yeah, about a 2-second delay I've got on the recording of the screen. What's this circle? I'll have to check NOTAMs. I know that Martinsville, the Blue Ridge Airport, KMTV had a runway closure earlier. Let's see what it's showing right now. Work in progress. Taxiway parallel. Main apron closed. Oh wow. A lot of work being done there. Alright, so it looks like the runway's open there again. There's a belly up no gear landing there today. Carnival parade. Oh, that's cool. You got to be able to do stuff like that. Little public interest stuff in the local communities. I like little community parades. All right, so we go to the Reedsville, Rockingham, Shiloh Airport, KSIF. That's where we're located right now. This is a little tiny non-towered airport in a VFR tower. Not a VFR tower. It's a little GA airport in North Carolina, not far from Greensboro. This is the place where I actually did a lot of my flight lessons. Single runway. You can see it right out here. It's pretty basic, so it's a great place for us to depart on our Cessna 310 and avoid a whole lot of congestion. I'm going to file an IFR flight plan on the network. This is the first time I've done this. I am brand new on this airplane, so I'm going to be learning a lot here. I've got my Bravo throttle quadrant set up here, which is another first. This is probably one of the first times you'll really see me use this on stream, and I've got all the GA handles and everything set up on it. And it's a little crowded. It's kind of jabs into my ribs a little bit, so I'm slightly shifted over. So you're going to see me a little more out of frame than I normally am on this stream. So we're going to do our best with it. 1 snare, 1 tenor, 3 bass. Oh, that's rough, man. That's awesome. That's rough. Good luck with that. See, I think when my senior year we had 3 snares, 3 tenors, 5 bass, I think, 4 or 5 basses. But after that, our band got huge. Our band had over 200 people in it at its peak, and it was like 7 snares, 5 tenors one year. They were awful. Really hard to be good and have a ton of drums set up in your marching band. All right, so on the app, I'm just going to go ahead real quick and throw a quick flight plan in. So we'll do KSIF space KCRE. I'm not going to do anything too fancy. We're just going to go direct. That keeps us out of the Charlie. Oh, we're going to go through the Charlie IFAR anyway. But it also, I think it gets us around the restricted area. It does not. So we're going to have to go RAFO direct. That seems about right. So go insert after RAFO. There we go. So that fix, see, it kind of gets us around this restricted area. That's right next to Pope Air Force. Is that Pope? Is that Pope? Yeah, it's Pope. Pope Air Force Base. So there we are. Maybe just to make it a little more interesting, we can go insert after. We'll go Liberty VOR. There we go. So Liberty RAFO direct. Hopefully we'll get ATC online for all of this. I think, yeah, we definitely should. There's Atlanta Center is on. This is technically under DC, this airport that we're at right now. So we'll see if DC Center wants to take us. And we'll fly into Atlanta Center for Liberty, which I think is also under DC. Yeah, it is, now that I think about it. But then down towards Myrtle Beach, which is under Jacksonville Center. Towards Myrtle Beach. So, lots of cool flying to do. Still on the grind for DCI. Been practicing 2 to 3 hours today lately. Good, man. Isaac, that's the way to do it, man. You gotta practice. You gotta go hard, especially if you're off for school. Man, this is the time to get better. All right. Sound quality is all about your ears, tuning your ears more than anything else. All right, we're leaving those down right now, buddy. My co-pilot is really interested in all the levers and everything that I've installed here. All right, so we got that set up in there. I don't even have this aircraft really properly set up. Let's see. Gonna do this IFR, so I should be on an even or an odd altitude. We'll go at 9,000. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Can't play with this. Yeah, I got it. Here. I know you're gonna have to be patient. It's gonna be challenging, isn't it? 1 more week of school. All right. So. Touch, please. You're gonna get all sneaky and go right behind my back and touch that thing. I can tell. All right, there we are. What's that? Okay. Oh, Charlotte approach is online. Atlanta approach is online. I almost feel like I should go flying through those airspaces. Let's do that. Let's change it up. So we'll go. So I'm taking Liberty out. Replace Liberty with Charlotte. I'm taking Rafo out. Ugh, that'll slow us down. That's a big dog leg. I'm just going to stick with the original plan. So, Liberty, Rafo, KCRE. Oops. Alright, KSIF, Liberty, Rafo, KCRE. Come on. KCRE. Boom. 9,000. 9,000. That's set up. There's our route. Alright, so tap on the Shiloh Airport, bring up some airport information. We've got, check the NOTAMs first and foremost. And just altimeter unreliable. Instrument approach procedure, Rockingham County, Shiloh. Okay. Weather. So, 1955 Zulu. Let's hop in the airplane here. Most recent altimeter 299 So if we hit the B button, what'll it give us? 299 about. Yep, good. Really gonna grind this summer. Good, Isaac, man. If you need any of my help, just let me know. I'm not, I don't know how helpful I am, but happy to help any way I can, man. Rooting for you. All right, got the windows open. This is such an easy airplane to set up, guys, that I'm not too concerned with how this whole process is gonna go. But I do want to bring up a checklist. I don't have a checklist here on the... Do I have the checklist on the iPad? I looking at my kids there. Files. Where's the files? Files. Downloads. There we go. Normal procedures. That's what we're going to kind of go through, is the normal procedures. So I can get an idea of how to do all this. It's the first time doing a real flight in this. I've flown it around the pattern a little bit. It's really hard. It's a fast airplane. So I've only done basic flying with it. And so now we're going on an IFR flight. But I'm not really good at these high performance aircraft, constant pitch props, or constant speed props. So that's going to be fun also. So we're all learning together here. Yep. Here we go. Okay, this is an easy airplane to start up. So the first thing we gotta do is remove the control lock. And so you come in the aircraft, you see underneath there, you just remove that. Control lock is removed. Parking brake is set. Set. All switches are turned off. Confirm off. Oh, yep. Up. So don't need that one. Switches are off. Those are all off. This is off. Looking good. Alright, everything is off. Circuit breakers in. As far as I can tell, these are all in. They actually work in this aircraft too, which is pretty cool. These all look in. Circuit breakers are in. Fire extinguisher, check secured. That looks secure to me. Doesn't that look secure to you guys? I don't know how much more secure that can possibly get. There's an iPad over here. What does that thing do? What has just happened? Hey man, someone stole my iPad. Little Darth Vader thing there. See that? It's pretty cool. And they got a little scruffy mongoose simulations. What was I doing? So that's good. Fire volumetric selector. Voltmeter selector battery. Okay, so we want to go to battery. That makes sense. Landing gear switch down. It's up. Now it's down. Okay. Left fuel selector. Make sure it's set left main. These are down here. Right down in this area. And as we look down, we see this one is set on the main. Right fuel selector also on main, yes. So you have main and auxiliary tanks in this aircraft. Trim tab control set for takeoff. Okay, so these are definitely not set for takeoff. We'll roll them forward. I also have it working here, which is going to be annoying because I'm probably going to hit that a bunch of times with my elbow. Battery switch. Alright, I guess we're just about ready to get this thing going here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and remove engine covers, close the rear baggage door. Front passenger door, let's close that up. And we'll lock it. And I'm going to keep the window open. Intake covers, pitot covers, wheel chocks are removed. So parking brakes are set. And it's just me in the airplane today. Actually, let's put another front right passenger. We got that. And make a middle left passenger. Changes the weight just a little bit. You can't see them, but they are there. Let's turn them on. We got the co-pilot, and we got that weird-looking guy. Turn them off. All right, so all right, this is all pre-flight stuff basically. So we're gonna go master battery on. Oh, thank you to my son for putting the flaps down. Our flaps are up. I'm going to do a little... Actually, we do need to do the external test here. Open that up. So, outside the aircraft. Oops, no, back inside the aircraft. Navigation and anti-collision lights we're going to check. Nav lights... Anti-collision. So we want to get out there, make sure that the red and the green are on. They are. And anti-collision. It's just basically your little strobe beacon light up here. There's no underbelly air. So those are good. Back inside, we'll go ahead and turn those off. Fuel gauges, check quantity and operation. Good. They're working. I got a little under 150 pounds on either side. That's for the mains. Alright, so now we put the flaps down. So just down one notch to 15%. We would be outside just making sure that they were locked in good shape. Pitot heat on for 20 seconds, then off. Watching the voltage here. Cool thing about all these lights is you can test them. They're all testable just by clicking on them. Make sure the lamps work. Alright, that's about 20 seconds. So I'll turn that off and the battery off. Use the gang bar here. Doesn't work when the battery's not on. Fuel truck is really moving around a lot. External inspection completed. The pitot covers removed. They're okay. We've done all that before starting engines. So pre-flight inspection's complete. Cabin door. We're gonna latch it and secure it. There we go. Bring it in. Secure. That door won't move. Yeah, the iPad's back. Oh, so is that what it does? You click on it here, and then it shows up there. Okay, interesting. Control locks removed. Seat belts are adjusted and secure. Brakes are set. Fuel selectors, main tanks, landing gear switches down. Mixture is set to full rich. Yes, they really make that noise in the airplane. It is annoying. All right, mixture's full rich. Props, full forward. Full forward. Throttle's open 1 inch. There we go. All switches are off. Circuit breakers are in. We already checked that. Emergency alternator field switch is off. That is... I feel like I should know where that is. I don't know where that is. Does it sit over here? Yeah. Alt failures. Okay. Don't need to worry about those. Got the PMS GTN 750 here today, by the way. Circuit breakers in, emergency alternative power switch off, avionics master switch off, auxiliary fuel pump switches are off in the off position. Avionics master is off, as I said. Battery and alternators on. So battery and alternators. Turn the alternators on to start with. Okay, that's interesting. Battery and alternators on. Lighting rheostats as required. I don't know. I think those are these things. Landing gear position indicator lights check. Green lights on. Green lights are all on. 3 green. All warning lights. Press to test. So we kind of already went around and did that. Good. Altimeter and clock are set. Altimeter is set. Clock is set. Cowl flaps locked full open. Is that open or closed? I don't know. Hold to close, okay. I guess we'll say those are closed. Okay, cowl flaps are open. Fuel quantity checked. Cabin air controls as required. Not quite ready for that yet. Okay, we want cabin air. Forward cabin air. Don't need temp control or defrost. So we're not turning that on. It's just fan, not heat. That should be improving our passenger comfort, hopefully. Let's get the window open, get the door closed. Trying to get a little air circulating. Alternate air controls are in. Alternator left, right. Okay, interesting. See, very little time on this aircraft. Here's your alternate air. External lights as required. So we're going to go ahead and put the nav lights on and the anti-collision on as we're getting ready to start the engine. This is open. Get that off the screen. All right. Starting engines. Prop. Clear. Prop. Yell clear prop. Clear prop. Mag switches on. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Left and right mags for both engines are turned on. Left engine starts. So this we do the primer, switch it to the left side, and hold down. Good start. Got some RPMs. And full good. Good, good. Alright, everything's up in the green right now. Oil pressure is good. The temperature's coming, the cylinder temperature's coming up. Oil temperature's good in the green. And RPM is right around 1,000 where we want it. And of course the fuel flow is good as well. Fuel is flowing. Alright, so let's see. Start button, auxiliary fuel pump low. Set it to low for now. Throttle 800 to 1,000 RPM, so we got a little bit much right now. It's about 900 RPM. Oil pressure 10 psi minimum. 30 seconds, so we should look for pressure again here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We've got 40 right now, so we got plenty of oil pressure. And for the right, we're going to do the other right, so we'll start at right primer. Good start. And we're looking for the same thing. We're going to set the aux fuel pump to low. Looking for some PSIs here. It's already 35. Probably going to come up. This one's going up. Oh, it's 45 right now. Let's bring the RPMs on that one back a little bit here. About 900. And then the pressure goes down. Very nice. The temperatures are good. Green, green. Below green in there. Mag's good. All right. Manifold pressure's good. Alright, alternators. We're going to check the alternators. So left alternator good. Right alternator good. Battery volts. Bing. Okay. Alright. Do a before taxi checklist now. Passenger briefing's complete. Avionics master switch. Let's go ahead and switch that on. Let that initialize for a few seconds. Lights as required. Cabin temperature set as required. I'm going to go ahead and they're very comfortable now. I'm going to close the window. Got a little quieter in here. Alright, so while we're sitting here, I'm going to go ahead and go into flight plan. Let's clear this message out. Flight plan, set origin. It should self-populate. I don't know why it doesn't do this. It's not something that this PMS one can really do. Set origin. None of this is right. Liberty. Okay, this is what I did wrong. I'm going to remove that. So it wants you to do it in a weird order. So you go K, Grand, Strand, CRE. Add en route waypoint. Liberty. Where does it add it? Oh, good. Add en route waypoint. Rafo. Where does it add it? Good. Alright. Hey, look. That actually worked well. Now on the map, see our... trying to scroll. See our route depicted. Center back on the aircraft, and down we go. Here we are on the airport. Okay. I need to file an IFR flight plan, don't I? So let's go vatsim.com. Vatsim.com would be completely incorrect. Net. Come on, guys. What's up, Sapphirus? Good to see you again, man. I was afraid I wasn't going to see you tonight because I knew you had to run earlier. Let's see. Pilots, I want to file a flight plan. There we go. Call sign is... What is my call sign? I don't know what I'm called in this airplane. Oh, there's... is it on here? Yeah, 5077 Juliet. 5077 Juliet. IFR C310. Wake category class light. Equipment. Slant. Golf. Whatever, we don't need all that. Departure. KSIF. Off block. What are we going to be? It's 8. What is it? 20, 21? So 20. 2100. That's right. And altitude 9,000 feet. Airspeed will be doing about 170 knots, 175 knots, we'll say. Arrival KCRE, alternate KMYR. Route time, I don't know, an hour, 0 hour 30, an hour, I don't know. Fuel endurance, we'll say 4 hours. So we're going Liberty, Rafo. I don't know what most of all this stuff is. There we go. File the flight plan. Equipment must be entered and alphanumeric. I don't know what to say for this. Equipment. All right. G. That's the best I'm going to do, my man. There we go. So that is filed. Excellent. All right. Flight plan is filed. Gotta make sure we got Volanter. Sorry, flight plan. Add a flight plan. Enter a text route. So, KSIF, Liberty, Rafo, KCRE. Save route. There we go. Excellent. All right, we're set up on Volanter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to depart VFR, and then we're going to pick up our IFR flight plan in the air. Good. Good to see you, Zeph. We're going to taxi out, and this is my first IFR flight in this aircraft, so we're going to see how this goes. I don't know how to land. Spoiler alert. Okay, so let's, we're ready to taxi. Taxiing, we're going to throttles as required, brakes. We're going to check them and do a flight instrument check as well. So let's go ahead and... Here we go. So toe brakes in. Here we go. And we'll do... Start slowly rolling out here. I am going to go 122.8. Transfer. Charlotte Rockingham traffic, November 5077 Juliet, Cessna 310, a taxi to runway 31 for departure to the southeast. Charlotte traffic. Let's do Let's make sure that we're okay to do that again. Done. METAR KSIF. Wind calm, it says. Okay. Brake check. Brakes work. Good. Brakes are checked. Flight instruments looking good. Heading indicator is more or less good. Altitude is good, about 700 feet. Start slowly creeping forward here. What a beautiful airplane. So we've got about 6,000 feet of runway. Oh, we're zipping now. Elevation 694 feet. Runway is 5,200 feet. That's plenty of runway here. See us taxiing down the runway. Not much taxiway here. Gotta make sure I'm watching. Alright, so back to our user guide here. We're gonna go taxiing before takeoff. So I'm gonna pull up alongside here. We're gonna hold short of runway 31. Probably should have departed 13, but I'm used to departing 131. I think it's a little bit better. For beyond these trees, there's like a river and stuff. So for lost engines, if I need to ditch after takeoff, it's better to be departing 31 than it is 13. Something you have to think about in GA flying. Alright, so here we are, short of the runway. And you really got to push these rudders. Alright. On the hold short line, we go brakes set. Fuel quantity. Oh, we still got plenty. Okay. Fuel quantity checked. Fuel selectors on main tanks. Alternate air controls are in. Those are the ones that we checked that were down. Over here, those are all in. Cowl flaps are open. We already checked that over. Rudder trim set for takeoff. Elevator trim, rudder trim, all that stuff. We're in the takeoff white arc. Very good. Wing flaps, make sure they're up. I do have them down slightly still. There we go. Now they're coming up. And they're up. Avionics and radios are set. Flight instruments are set. Auxiliary fuel pumps are on low. Flight controls are free and correct. No snags. There we go. I'm satisfied with that. Alright, we'll do a little run up here. So we're going to run the throttles up to 1700 RPM. That satisfies me as 1700. Alternate, we'll do an alternator check. Alternator's good. Right alternator's good. Do the suction. Suction is good. Up near around 4 to 5. Vacuum system's working. Magnetos. Alright, so we'll do the left mag. We're going to look for a slight drop here. It's a slight drop. And back up. Do the right mag here. Slight drop. You can hear the audibly hear the engine change there. The right engine now. Good. Good. All right. Mag checks are good. Props, check feathering to 1200 RPM and return to full. Good. Let's make sure the prop levers are actually working. All right, good. Mixtures, check they're full rich. They are full rich. Engine instruments, check there. Everything's in the green arc. Green arc. Below green arc. 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 Everything's green. Okay. Throttle back to 1000 RPM. This is the extended version of the run up here. All right. Back we go. Quadrant friction locks. Adjust. The friction lock I think is really on the other side here. It's this little thing right here. I think. That should be it, yeah. Which of course can't really do a whole lot with. Nope. Not in this aircraft. Okay. Exterior lights as required. We're gonna go. Just gonna do the takeoff light because we don't really need any of that. Anti-collision strobe will turn on as well. Don't need any of the de-ice. Don't need pitot heat. Don't need windshield de-ice. Don't need prop de-ice, and we're all good for the engine de-ice. Ice protection equipment as required. All cabin doors, windows closed and latched. Check this one is closed and latched. This one is closed and latched straight up. Good. Okay, parking brake released. Shallow traffic. November 5077 Juliet, Cessna 310, takeoff, runway 31, departing to the southeast. Shallow traffic. And toe brakes on and push. Here we go. Away we go. Taxiing onto the runway. She wants to roll. I have a hard time pushing the rudder on this. It is very sensitive. Swing that rudder around. Here we go. Okay. That's as lined up as I'm going to get to start with. We will slowly advance the power to 2700 RPM. I'm going to do the engine instruments check. We're going to look over our instruments real quick, make sure everything's in the green as we are rolling down the runway. Minimum controlled airspeed is 80 knots. Our elevator control is, we're going to raise the nose wheel at 83 knots and then lift off at 92 knots. And so that's what we're looking for. Here we go. Let's make sure one thing first. Maximum performance takeoff after takeoff. Brakes, landing gear, wing flaps up if maximum performance. We're not doing maximum performance. Best angle of climb, we want the best rate of climb. So 107 knots is what we're going to try to climb out at. And we won't need the auxiliary pumps anymore. Here we go. And so let's turn this way, make sure this advances to 2700 RPM. Full throttle. There we go, 2700 RPM set. We're still in the green on all instruments. Airspeed is alive. A little bit of right rudder. There comes 80 knots. 82 and airborne. Yep, see. Positive rate gear coming up. We're going to pitch for 107 knots. A little more right rudder. All right. Trimming for 107. At about 110 right now. So a little more nose up. And we're going to start a left turnout. Shallow traffic, number 5077 Juliet C310, turning out to the southeast off Shiloh Airport. Shallow traffic. All right, now that we're airborne, I'm going to go ahead and turn these aux pumps off. Ooh, that's a loud plane. There's the airport we departed. After takeoff. This thing really wants to just roll to the left. There we go. Wing flap. So after takeoff brakes, landing gear, wing flaps, best angle, auxiliary fuel pumps as required. Cruise climb. So we're in cruise climb now. We'll say we'll go power back to 2,500 RPM. Sorry. Mixture. Or the prop is what we want for 2,500 RPM. So back to 2,500 RPM. There we go. Airspeed 115 to 130 knots. About 120-ish right there. Alright, I'm going to turn the autopilot on. So roll. Roll mode's good. Altitude is, I'm just going to set it up for 9,000. And we'll just do a nice light about 500 foot per minute climb. RPM, 24.5 inches, so I gotta bring the power back just a little bit. Top of that green arc, basically. There we go. Alright, set for cruise climb. We're already in autopilot. Now we gotta contact the center. Center is on 132.975. 132.975 and transfer. I'm gonna turn this down a smidge because I can't hear a thing. Oops, let's my set to. Okay, I gotta go CDI to GPS, and then I want to go nav. So it's turning us right towards Liberty now. I think it should be anyway. Let's make sure we've got that operating normally before I call ATC. It's going to work out great. Okay. Atlanta Center, November 5077 Juliet, off Shiloh, request. Niner 75. Okay. I did this wrong. Okay, so it's 132-975. Back. 132-975. There we go.
76, start again. That's 2938, contact Atlanta approach 133.47.
Oh, it's beautiful. This sim is so beautiful. Atlanta Center, November 5077 Juliet, request.
Number 5077 Juliet, Atlanta Center.
Yep, number 5077 Juliet. We're VFR off of the Shiloh Airport, Kilo Sierra India Foxtrot, looking for IFR to Grand Strand.
Number 5077 Juliet, squawk 2025.
2025, 5077 Juliet. 20.
That's a 2938, Atlanta approach on 133.47. American 2652, contact route approach 126.15.
Short approach on 126.15, for American 2652, good evening.
Here's Jet 327, contact Washington Center 133.27.
132.27, said Jet 327.
Look at that airport.
Be 133.72, 3372.
That's the Piedmont Triad International Airport there, everybody.
3272, said Jet 327.
Greensboro, hello. Hello.
57 Juliet, we're to contact 20 miles northeast of the Greensboro Airport, clear to Kilo Charlie Romeo Echo Airport via direct, climb maintain 900,000.
All right, cleared via direct, climb and maintain 900,000 for 77 Juliet, and we're leaving 6,600. Actually, I think I have a couple intermediate points there, Liberty and Rayfo, if that's all right.
Number 77 Juliet, would you like the route? Would you like the route you filed, or would you like direct?
Well, I want to stay away from that restricted area, so we'll stick with the route that we filed, if that's all right.
Number 77 Juliet, clear to Kilo Charlie Romeo Echo Airport, direct Liberty VOR, direct Romeo Alpha Echo Foxtrot Oscar, direct.
All right, cleared to the Grand Strand Airport via Liberty Rayfo direct for 77 Juliet. All right. 7,000, leaving 7,000. Oh, we're getting a little slow. We got to manage our vertical speed to keep our speed up.
Center, welcome, climb, maintain, flight level 230.
Our indicated airspeed up, that is.
Flight level 230, American 1521.
A little too much nose up right now.
American 1203,
Let's go back to 300 feet per minute.
2063.
As you get at these higher altitudes, it's just not going to perform all that well.
American 1203,
Let's go,
2063.
definitely need to lean this out. More power. Let's see, we're getting a ton more power now.
Delta 2938, Atlanta Center, UFA. That's 2938,
Check the
contact.
EGTs in a minute.
133.47.
Good.
American 1521, contact Washington Center 133.72. Have a good day.
133.72, American 1521, good day.
All right. 132 knots right now, so we can get a little bit more vertical speed out of it, I think, still.
Number 77 Juliet, the Greensboro altimeter 29901.
901, 77 Juliet. Let's make sure.
American 1203, contact route approach 126.15.
There we go.
126.15, we'll see you.
We'll be right up in the cloud, it looks like. All right, and the exclusive Snare 17.
Ball 88, contact on approach 133.47.
There we go. 4 flight view.
That's a 1976 ascend by the SIF to arrival at the Atlanta altimeter
Got
2986.
some things turned off here. Let's do the, what's my glide ring? Oh, I didn't set my glide. I didn't set the performance profile, so it won't show me any of that. Here we go. Oh, there's my glide ring. Look how big that is. My goodness gracious. Man alive. Alright, so 1,000 to go. We're at 800 feet. Ground speed is 149 knots currently. We are smoking.
That's a 1976 Atlanta Center. That's a 1976 ascend by the SIF to arrival at the Atlanta altimeter 2986.
Oh, how did that turn off? To start an invalid broadcast session. What does that even mean?
Legion 1126, radar service terminated, for change approved in the offline.
Alright, over to 172.8, thanks. Legion 1126.
Come on, there he goes. It doesn't want to do it right now. Oh well. Sorry guys. So just have to flight without it.
American 100 Romeo
Alright,
contact.
8,500 feet. We are in some clouds here. All right, we've got Atlanta Center watching. Fantastic.
Southwest 174 Atlanta Center, climb maintain flight level 390.
I've had a few of you guys watching before. Chandler I know was watching. He actually came and visited our air traffic control facility. I didn't even know he was there. I felt terrible. But welcome, my man. Yeah. I always put it in the remarks that I'm on YouTube.
2013 2013.
All right, so we're just cruising across the sort of more rural part of North Carolina. A little less populated out here, more farmland and big open spaces. A lot of highways, of course. Oops. Get a good shot out the window here. It's like High Point back there. Or Burlington, sorry. I guess it's still Greensboro back there. Not that far along yet. Burlington will be coming up on our left, I think it is right now. Yeah, it's Burlington right out there. Nice day to fly. It's so green in this area. I love it.
Atlanta Center, Blue Street, 5537, flight level 360.
Blue Street 5537, Atlanta Center, squawk 2055 2055.
Alright, I'm not going very fast. What is going on with this?
2055 for Blue Street 5537.
Sun Country 583, descend by the SIF to arrival at the Atlanta altimeter 2986.
SIF to arrival 2986, Sun Country 583.
Where's my EGTs? Hold on. discussion of the meal. It's very important stuff. All right, so what are we? 7.5 from Liberty. Coming up right there. You can see that. Liberty VOR.
Climb, maintain flight level 3900.
So far, so good here on the GPS.
Directing 1 down at Romeo Center.
How are the pilots doing? Oh, passengers are not happy. What have I done?
Blue Streak 5537. We're to contact 25 miles north, C2 Glade Springs, where you are.
Not sure what I have done to upset them.
3, arrival, Charlotte, landing north, Charlotte altimeter 2988.
Too much air?
Core 3 arrival, Charlotte altimeter 2988, Blue Streak 5537.
Oh, now it's going up. Probably a little too chilly in here.
Flight Center Challenger 581, Zulu Lima, flight level 288, climbing 300.
Or 581 Zulu Lima, Center, welcome.
There we go. Indicate it's about 145 right now. We're doing 175 over the ground.
133.72, have a good day.
Willard Farms, hello and welcome.
Delta 1926 contact, on approach 133.47.
Welcome to the stream, Mr. Willard Farms, and welcome aboard our Cessna 310. I almost said something different. But, yeah, it's great to be here. We're flying out to the beach.
3537 Squawk 2043, 2043.
2 miles to go until the Liberty VOR.
2043, Blue Streak 5537.
A mile and a half now. 180 knots now over the ground. We are cruising. We're absolutely cooking.
Welcome. For 380 X-ray radar service terminated. Frequency change approved. The message is offline.
So the only thing I'll say about the lighting in this sim is these surfaces would usually be much brighter with the sun the way it is right now. A lot more reflection off of these surfaces, the white surfaces in this aircraft. They're hard to look at inside of these airplanes. It's almost like you got to wear sunglasses just to look at the airplane. Heaven forbid, right? 182 knots now. We're getting some help from the wind. We've passed Liberty already. We got 51 miles to go until we hit Rafo. And again, the Rafo intersection is what we're using. Oh, what is this? Get out of here. Get out of here. We're using this to get around the restricted areas that you see over here next to Pope. Southern Pines Airport here.
Good evening, Atlanta Center. American 4949, traffic 320, direction to land.
American 4949 Center, welcome.
Alright, so estimated time en route is currently about 41 minutes till the destination. Ralph K9792 says use a Boeing 747, please. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to help you there today. A, I don't have a 747 that I really want to use. And B, I'm into the GA flying, man, the low and slow stuff. And this is an awesome airplane to fly. So I'm looking forward to getting a couple flights under my my belt with this aircraft, IFR, VFR, kind of a little bit of both. Get some landings and everything like that, and then I'm going to start turning on the customization stuff. Where, what is it, the options, I think, is really what you get, where you can start doing all the realization stuff and really getting it to be kind of a unique airplane that has its own characteristics. So I'm looking forward to taking advantage of all of that. I don't know what the passengers are complaining about. I'm going to try to close off the air here. Maybe turn that off. They like it if I turn the fan off. Maybe they're getting a little chilly. See what the passengers like. Cabin is cold and steady. Maybe that's what they didn't like. I turned it off. Does that help? We'll see over time. Totally better than a Phoenix A320. That's right, Zephyrus. I'm glad you're with me on that one. This is real flying. I mean, I'm on autopilot right now, but it's just what I would do in real life as well. But I could turn it off and try to hand fly it. This thing's a bit of a beast to hand fly. It wants to turn left all the time, and that's true to life. And we're checking cylinder head temperatures here. Those all look fine. And can I go to EGT?
Atlanta Center, Delta 96, 1000 for 4000.
Delta 96, on center, climb maintain, flight level 290.
Climb maintain flight level 290, Delta 96.
The 488, ready to contact 30 miles southeast of Dublin.
Trying to find the sweet spot here for performance. 179 knots over the ground still. I'm slowing down just a little bit. I think I took the temps down a smidge. And it's costing us a little bit of airspeed.
Contact Washington Center 133.72.
A little less fuel, a little more oxygen. Let's see if I can. Cruise percentage power. There we go. So we want somewhere right around there. That's 75% power. Who was that for?
Number 77 Juliet, contact Washington Center 133.72.
13372 for 77 Juliet. Thank you. My bad. I was not paying attention.
Number 581 Juliet.
13372.
Monday Center maintained 17,000. The Strand altimeter 2988.
Center maintain 17.
There we go. Washington Center, hello, November 5077, Juliet, 9,000.
November 5077 Juliet, Washington, roger.
No altimeter? I expected an altimeter setting. Oh well. So kind of at cloud level, so we're getting a little bit of wave, a little bump up here, but not too bad. It's a smooth ride.
November 507 Juliet, the Raleigh altimeter is showing 29er, 89er, and phase tension.
29er, 89er, and tensions are to do some sort of instrument approach down at Grand Strand as we get a little closer.
You can plan on that.
Okay. Thought. Oh, Jack?
1400, contact Potomac approach 119.85.
Odd question. Jacksonville Center's offline now. Oh, guys. Guys, those of you who've been watching me long enough know that air traffic control of my destination logging off while I'm in flight never happens, right? Never happens. All right, we got a couple new subscribers. Chewy Nuts says, finally subscribed to my channel. Where have you been, Chewy Nuts? Realm Nathaniel is also a subscriber now. That's good to see. Where has Chewy been?
3677 before takeoff and clear for takeoff.
Do feel free to like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. It helps the videos get a little bit more visibility on the YouTube, and I'm coming over from Twitch. I'm about 100 or so fewer viewers or followers so far here on YouTube than I had on Twitch, which I expect, you know. There's Chewy. Good to see you, my man. We're just absolutely rip-roaring right here in our Cessna 310, 176 knots over the ground.
Contact Washington Center 120.97.
Even he's a little loud. I'm turning him down a bit too. Lurking, yep. I'm gonna get my Stream Elements bot kind of up and up to snuff, so it feels a little bit more like the Twitch stuff in terms of chat stuff, and we'll get all the goodies that you've seen other places.
Southwest 1549, fly heading 050. Sorry, 230 on the heading, descend to maintain 4000.
In and out of a little bit of scattered / few clouds, I'd say. Couple little popcorn clouds here and there. Very,
Center 1247 and we're back.
very beautiful out here. Andrew Lorenzo, Mr. Atlanta Center. I'm sorry, I totally wasn't paying attention to ATC, which I should know better than doing.
Yes, 2000.
Had to say it like 3 times. Give me the switch. I should definitely know by now. All right, so how we got 29 miles to Rayfo.
1549, fly heading 050, descend and maintain 2000 and by the airport.
So still say it's 36 miles to destination. 36 minutes, sorry, to destination.
1549.
Yep, I'm over the HRBC. I got Norfolk Airport
I
side.
really want to see if I can get the
1549, Roger. You can start turning southbound now. You can,
Afterwork.
whenever you're ready, clear for the visual press runway 5.
It's just too loud.
Press turning southbound and we'll signal for 5.
Southwest 584, contact 125.45.
I gotta be able to get this working, right? Screen link? Come on. Come on.
Southwest 584.
Yep, contacting Washington Center, Southwest
125.45.
25.45.
Maybe I need to update the app.
American 1437, 125.45.
Alright, so connected.
125.
Well, stay connected. Oh.
Delta 1521, contact Cleveland Center on 119.87.
And
2.
Let's try it again.
Delta 3702, contact Atlanta Center 132.97.
132.97 Southwest 3702.
American 790, descent via the Chesney 4 arrival, landing northeast.
Alright, will it stay up?
Charlotte altimeter showing
That's the question.
2988.
It's on now, so that's a good thing. Alright, so 4 flights working.
Number 2988, American 788.
American 1337, descent via the Chesney 4, landing north 2988.
So they're working airplanes into Charlotte.
North,
The Chesley arrival.
74, American 1337.
34 minutes to destination. Hopefully, let me know if you guys like this feature or not, where I put the 4 flight up. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not all that much different than what you can see over here, but you probably see it a little bit better. But it's also kind of, since I'm using streaming in 2K on YouTube, it should be pretty good resolution. You should be able to see it pretty well, I think. I hope. But anyway, this is what I would have up in the real airplane also. Have 4 flight kind of sitting there. So I'm going to scroll down. Here's Rayfo coming up, the restricted area here around Pope. It's that red area. And there's also a Fort Bragg area there as well. Moa, Damoa. Gamecock alert area. All right, so come down Grand Strand. A little bit of weather there on the coast, on the South Carolina coast. You can see it down there. This is Savannah, Myrtle Beach right there in the center of the screen. Wilmington, North Carolina. Charleston, Savannah, Georgia. A little bit of weather out on the coast, but I think we should be okay at Grand Strand. It's not quite gotten there, but it's coming close. So we're gonna tap on the Grand Strand Airport. Here comes the airport information. Let's look at the weather. 050 at 6 is the wind. 10-mile visibility. Ceiling's at 5,500 broken. Temperature 242.22. Altimeter 2985.
Just showing up.
Alright, so 5 is what we're expecting. I'm going to open up the airport diagram here. Grand Strand, it's 5 and 23, so we'll expect to land runway 5. Let's look at procedures page. Approaches. We will look for the RNAV to 5.
American 710, contact Atlanta 132.97. Blue 7, whenever you're ready.
Yes, I think if I hit
Atlanta
that,
Center,
no, don't want to print.
132.97.
Go back to maps and hit plates again. It should stay there. Yep.
Roger.
Okay. The plate.
21, what do you want me to do?
Nothing.
Roger.
Alright, so we'll be looking to start at up May.
649, runway 5, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 5.
Co-pilot, what's up, buddy?
Oh, my bad. Runway 5, clear to land. It's been a long day.
Don't touch.
I figured after that.
Don't touch these when I'm flying.
Matchbox 9, descend 18 4000.
Don't touch them.
You can still plan on runway.
We don't need to have any engine failures while we're in the air. Well, especially the red ones. Don't touch the red ones.
Walker 2304, when able, clear to on key, resume the departure.
Don't move them. Okay, please don't move them. Bring these back just a smidge. And full forward is kind of what we're at. There we go.
Sorry.
Hey, don't touch these. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be worse than Nomad's stream. I'm gonna be losing all sorts of stuff in flight.
Delta 517, wash, system to Roger.
Let's look out the other window here. Oh, there's a little field. I've flown over that before. I forget what that one's called. So we got Southern Pines coming up soon, I think.
GPS 476 heavy.
Oh, we passed Southern
wash,
Pines.
system
Okay.
to Roger.
That's HFF.
Southwest 1798, Roger, runway.
McCall
5,
Army
back to
Airfield.
the out. Yeah, sorry, wrong. Give me 1 second.
FPS cleaner. Yo, use Boeing 747, please. Yeah, I'm afraid not. You're the second person to say that. I'm starting to think you're a bot. That's how it goes, though. All right.
Southwest, sorry, down to 2700 Washington Center, Roger.
You moved some of these, didn't you?
American 14,
No, you didn't.
14, are you on
You're good.
purpose? JetBlue 472, where are you coming from?
Picking up the speed a little bit here. 180 knots now. 28 minutes to go.
JetBlue
Can't
472, Washington, Roger.
Cannot quite see the coast out there yet, but it looks like we're maybe going to fly into some more clouds here in a little bit. This aircraft is equipped with de-ice boots. You can see them on the leading edge here of each of these wings. So basically a big motor that pumps air to them. They break the ice off the front leading edge, so you kind of maintain some sort of aerodynamic properties on these airfoils. I'm not used to flying a twin engine. Oh my goodness. But it's a lot of fun actually. 2 sets of levers. I just happen to have 2 sets of levers. Levers. You're not a bot. Okay, that's good to know, man. Don't come in here saying, yo, use Boeing 747 then. I don't want to fly the big heavy things right now. I'm all about flying the small GA airplanes. These are a lot of fun. If I did this in the Cherokee, it would have taken all day. 3.7 miles to Rafo.
Washington Center, subjet 59 with you, flight level 4.
This is kind of what you would see if I were actually flying. This is actually flying the airplane. The 4 flight's usually posted right out there somewhere, so you kind of have that close to you. And I have a little thing called a what the heck's it called? Sentry? I think it's called a Sentry. It's made by 4 Flight actually, and it is designed to. It's your ADS-B in basically. It's your GPS in and stuff like that. We have an actual GPS unit here, but it also does ADS-B and a whole lot of other things, which are very, very helpful. It gives you traffic so that I can see traffic on the iPad for 4 Flight.
degrees to the right. When able, clear.
Does temperature, pressure. You can get the NOTAMs through ADSB, the weather and everything at the remote field. So it is very, very helpful when you're flying in a real actual airplane. All right, we've made the turn. We are direct to Grand Strand Airport now. Still doing 180 knots. Wondering if they're just going to ditch us to Unicom here at some point. About 75 miles to go. 76, yeah. Yep, so I have a private pilot's license. We made it about halfway through instrument rating training, but kind of stopped because I didn't really... I kind of lacked the mission to fly in real life and the funds, to be honest. I mean, if I'm going to dedicate that kind of money to something, I want to have a reason to fly. And I noticed that after I got my private pilot's license, I was like, well, I could go flying, but hey, it costs a lot of money to go anywhere interesting, and it takes forever in a Piper Cherokee or a Cessna Skyhawk. So I've flown both of those a whole lot, and so just right now I just don't have a whole lot of reason. I was flying a little bit last year, quite a bit, with a coworker of mine, and we were taking our kids up and stuff. So that was fun. We did a couple of nice cross country trips, but once you do them a couple times, it's like, man, this is hard. It's a hard hobby to keep up without being a gazillionaire, you know. So I'm vicariously keeping up my hobby through the flight simulator.
Alright, 180, tuxedo 5 right, Southwest 1798.
American 1337 for an additional 20 right. Are you be able to go direct jet, please?
It's so funny because if I was actually flying this flight right now, there's no way I would hear all these airline flights and real world ATC. They wouldn't be there because it's all sectorized. This is low altitude. I'm actually under, where am I? Under Fayetteville approach, I think, right now. Fayetteville doesn't talk to all these planes, these high altitude planes, so the chatter is very, very different. In fact, Fayetteville is kind of a slow airspace.
Madbox 9, runway 10, clear to land.
Clear 10, Madbox 9.
JetBlue 1520, contact Washington Center on 120.97.
Says it's hiding distant traffic.
JetBlue 1520, 120.97.
Washington, Delta East, flight 0310.
I'm sorry, who called?
The Delta East, flight 0390.
And one thing we do in small GA planes like this is we're always worried about where do we need to go if we lose an engine. Where's an airport that's close by? I probably would land right over here at MEB, which is Laurenburg Maxton Airport. Lots of good places to land. Scotland Aero Services. That's interesting sounding. I don't want the measure tool. Get that off of there. That's probably the first place we would go. We'd have to spiral down because we are pretty high above that right now. As we move further along, you can see our glide ring. This blue ring that you see here on the ForeFlight is our glide ring. The GTN 750 XIs have these built in, but this PMS one is not an XI. It's just the GTN 750, so it doesn't have that feature yet. Maybe it will eventually, but this is kind of a Garmin feature. That's the glide ring. So that shows you how far, based on a glide speed of 65 knots and a ratio of 9:1, which I don't think is accurate for this airplane. I would have to. I'll have to look that up actually. If we put that in, and then it tells us how far you can glide. In fact, I'll have to put that in here in a second. Let's see if I can figure that out.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
I don't want to look it up that way. Okay, here we go. Still on? Oh, stop recording again.
98 Washington Central Roger, climate maintain flight level 230 for now.
230 for now, level 1798.
230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 1798. 230 for now, level 17
There it goes. See how long that lasts.
Southwest 1798, 1A will correct Roswell, resume departure.
Do no departure.
Departure, Southwest
To the
1798.
plates page.
American 1414, if you need to step away of frequency requested, unless you have a question.
So we'd be crossing Opme. Opme is where I think I would start this approach. That or Kook.
Max Box 9, you can taxi to them via either Alpha or Fox.
But from Opme, we would go inbound. 2100 is the MEA there, so probably going to descend to like 3,000 eventually. Oh, I'm in some clouds now. Ooh, doggies. And it's getting bumpy. And for 5077 Juliet, getting a little bumpy here, 9,000. We're in some clouds. Can we get a descent to 7,000?
Number 5077 Alpha, Roger. Altitude is going to be on bus. Jacksonville has also closed radar service terminated frequency change.
Alright, frequency change to Unicom approved and... Sorry. Frequency change to Unicom approved and altitude our discretion for 5077 Juliet. See ya. Alright.
American 1331, you can contact...
Keep hitting the wrong button. 122.8. Transfer. Alright. And to Unicom we go. So we're going to start a slow descent here to get into the airport. Alright, so descent. Fuel selectors. Main tank's still low. And we still got plenty of fuel in these main tanks, so we're good there. Fuel selectors main. Auxiliary pumps set to low. Let's turn these off. They're low and low. Aux pumps are on. Cowl flaps as required. Power as required. Mixtures. Adjust for smooth operation and altimeter set. Alright, I'm just going to set it to 2985 since that's what we'll need at Grand Strand. There we go. Alright, altitude setting to 7,000 and I'm going to start a nice negative 500 foot per 400 foot per minute descent. Not in a huge hurry. Just want to try to get out of these clouds for now. That's going to bring our speed up. Try to keep from speeding up too much. Really want to buy this game, and when I'm flying, oh yeah, you can definitely fly past your house. You can see it pretty clearly in this simulator. And it's available on Xbox too. So if you're into Xbox, you don't have to get it for PC. Trying to make sure I was lurking in somebody's stream here on Twitch. I support my buds here. Oh, nobody's streaming right now. Never mind. Everybody's just watching me. I'm busy watching us. All right, what are we at? Coming up on about close to 8,000 feet, 8,200 feet. We can send a little bit faster. Go down to 500 feet per minute. We're going to speed up just a smidge. Should, anyway. What was that? What was that? Check EGTs here. It doesn't seem to be working. Sounds good, my man. It's worth getting, that's for sure. That's a great game. It looks great too, so that helps, in my opinion. Man, it's getting cloudy. I cannot see the bottoms of these. Oh, you're getting close to them. I might have to get lower than 7,000. Alright, we're about 43 nautical miles from the destination. Center that back up. See, this ring is getting a lot smaller now that we're getting lower. Almost at 7,000. I'm going to bring us down to 5,000. We want to be broken out of these things for real. Alright, so this is what we do. We scrolled down. Hopefully this is going to work. Grand Strand. Load procedure. Approach. Approach. RNAV 5. Transition. I don't want to do a transition. I just want to go from Opme. Alright, it's loading. Opme. Activate. Direct Opme. There we go. And then we go back to the... There we go. Make sure... I skipped right over all that. And it's all in there. Distance from Otme, 37 and about a half miles.
Destination ATIS is 119.625.
What was that noise? Passenger comfort's coming back up. What are they saying here? Cabin is cool and steady. Still haven't broken out. We're coming up on 5,600 feet in the descent. Keeping the speed up nicely, 187 knots an hour over the ground. So basically you want to try to keep the speed up as long as you can. 14 minutes, it says now. Plates. And here's 5,000 feet. Still can't see a darn thing. Alright, let's keep ascending. Down to 3,000, I guess. Let's see if we can do 4,000. So altitude, minus 500. It's minus 700. Let's get down there quick. What is that noise? About time to change fuel, I guess? Throttling back here a little bit. Got better ground contact, but still not quite through the bottoms yet. Let's go all the way down to 3,000. Okay. No visible icing or anything. It's way too hot for that. I don't know what that beeping noise is. It's going to drive me nuts trying to figure this out. Nothing really looks bad here. Outside air temperatures, what about 20 C's of it's a little over 50 to 60 not 50 degrees. Comfort's coming way up for the passengers. $3,500 feet coming up. Well, that weather got here a little bit sooner than I was hoping. Alright, you can't see that anymore, I guess, so I'm just going to turn it off. I don't know what's going on. So, the fix that we're going to, OpMay, on this chart pretty much takes us right to almost right to Myrtle Beach Airport, so we're going to see that airport a little bit. Yeah, so we want that. Alright, so I'm going to use this for you. There you go. You can see where we are here. And kind of overlay here. Direct to OpMay. Start the approach from there. Alright, so here at 3,000 feet, we're still not really below the tops. Trying to bring the fuel flow back here. Doing alright on fuel still. There's the airport ahead of us. About 12 miles to fly. That's that's the Myrtle Beach airport. Grand Strand should be over here somewhere. I don't know. Yes, it's going to be out over here. It's much smaller than Myrtle Beach. All right, can I land it? All right, let's bring it down to 2,500. Definitely sounds like that's the autopilot. Alright, before landing, seatbelts are secure. All alternate air controls don't need. Currently, wing flaps want below 158 knots. We can go down to 15%. I'll go ahead and set that when we get around Zolzy. Start inbound. So 100. Oh, whoa, we're fast right now. My goodness gracious. There's Myrtle Beach Airport out in front of us. Is the crossing altitude. So we see our arcs here. Flap speed's really supposed to be in the white arc. So that means 138 is really where we can start using flaps, and gear is 138. So flaps below 158 knots. Full rich on the mixture here. So get ready to do an approach. Let's go ahead and extend the landing lights. See what that looks like. It's weird they kind of pop out of the wings like that. That's kind of strange, isn't it? Let's come down. There they are. Still very aerodynamic. All right, we're making our turn at Opme for Zulzi. Hello, Atlantic Ocean. Woo! Wow. Okay. Goodbye, Atlantic Ocean. Alright, so let's start working on a couple things here. Minimum multi-engine approach speed is 93 knots. I really just need a checklist for this airplane. Alright, I should not be so heads down. Zulzi, we're coming up on. Reopen that plate again. So once we pass Zulzi, we're down to 1600. I don't know if this will fly a glide path for us. So LNAV, VNAV, we're not really doing. LNAV. Minimum descent altitude 460 feet, 1 mile of visibility. Alright, there's the turn, and we go down to 1600 now. Now we're getting down. Here's the beach below us. How awesome is this approach, huh? I'm gonna set approach mode armed. Yup, C is the next fix. About 3.5 miles to Yupsy. That's the final approach fix. So at Yupsy, we want to be at 1,600 feet, as we are going to be soon. I'm actually going to start slowing us down a little bit. Alright, flaps are set 15. Fuel is low. Not going to deal with that just yet. Does it look like there's 2 sets of runways? Why are there 2 sets of runways? Why is that a thing? That should not be a thing. goes up here. I don't know what it's going to do here as we get up to the glide path. Is it going to follow it down? Autopilot's off. Everything's set full. Flaps are full. Pretty much visual right now. And I'm high. I'm very high. Nose over to get down on this airplane. Now we're low. That's right, we got down 500 AGL. Grand Strand traffic, number 5077 Juliet C310, about 1.5 mile, 2 mile final, runway 5. Grand Strand traffic. Ground speed is about 96 knots. Look at this beautiful arrival. Approach right over the water. The beach is right over there. We got the town right over here, North Myrtle. All right, high again. Glide path. Brakes, pedals ready. Which one of these is the stinking runway I want? I don't know. All right. Well, we touched down. Kind of high power for that touchdown. I don't know why there's 2 runways here. This is messing with me. I think that's the one I was supposed to land on. This one didn't have any markings. I don't know what I just landed on. That was strange. What did I just land on? That was a pretty easy landing though, right? I didn't think that was bad at all. Oh, look. Taxiway, how convenient. Oh, slow down, slow down. There we go. Nobody saw this. Alright, that was the runway. It wasn't lined up with the approach, though. That's very strange. So now where do I get off of this thing? I don't know. Who knows? This place is all kind of wacky. Welcome to the beach, everybody. We made it to Grand Strand. It went all right, I thought, but I don't even... Am I on a taxiway? I don't know what I'm on. This doesn't look like a runway. What is all this? Oh, it's a taxiway. This is the taxiway. This is not the runway. Why does it have runway markings? And runway lights? That is so strange. Oh my gosh, this game is wacky. Alright, now we see taxiway markings. I don't even know. I don't even know, guys. I don't know. Alright, gosh, this thing wants to just taxi like there's no tomorrow. Okay, let's put the taxi light on. We retract our lights here. And we'll go flaps up. Clean up here. Go over to the fuel box. The FBO is technically over there. It's not even depicted here. Where the heck is the FBO? Oh, he wants me to park over there, I guess. Go park over where he is. Man, that was a decent landing. I thought. Alright. Marshall says, come this way. You gonna tell me to stop at some point? What is that? Well, that's just strange. Okay. So anyway, here we are. Brakes are set. Make sure I got the right procedures here. Alright, not emergency, not abnormals. Okay, after landing, auxiliary pumps low. Alright, that's strange. I'm sorry, it's just there's not two runways in this airport. I don't know why it was showing me two runways. It didn't make sense. I was totally baffled by that. So, what are you gonna do, you know? Okay, after landing, cowl flaps open. They've been open the whole time. It never told me to close them. Wing flaps up, we did that. Shutdown. Parking brake is set. Avionics master switch, let's go ahead and turn that off. Avionics master is whammy, off. All switches except battery, alternator, and magnetos off. Battery, alternator, magnetos. Alright, so we want that off. Alternator magnetos. Taxi light off. Strobe light off. Yeah, this is just the funkiness of this sim, right? I mean, that's all. That's what all I can really chalk it up to. All switches, I said, right? Auxiliary fuel pumps off. Those are off. Throttle's idle. Mixture's idle cut off. I always like to make that noise. Battery and alternators off. I guess we don't need magnetos on anymore. After engine stop. Okay, good. And so we go anti-collision off and battery nav light off. Control locks. So in order to do the control lock, I think I need to be on here. Shock set. Good. I like to turn the brakes off for that. Fuel selectors. Turn off the fuel selectors, huh? Well, that's interesting. Fuel selector's off. Well, that was our first cross-country flight. Long cross-country IFR flight. It went all right. Pretty happy with it. It was IFR. It was first IFR flight in this aircraft. Look at that. Passenger satisfaction. Darn near 100 right there. That was amazing. This is what I'm talking about here. This is a taxiway and a runway. The runway numbers on the taxiway. This is a taxi. You can tell this is a taxiway. This is definitely the runway over here. So that was very, very odd. There maybe at one point they were doing a resurfacing project and this was used as the runway, which actually does happen a lot at small airports. That's all I can think of. And but yeah, this doesn't exist here. These diagonal ones, they're not really there. I don't think. This is just old. But anyway, there's the beach. We made it to the beach. Are there waves on the beach? I'll bet there's no waves. Let's go to camera. We're in drone mode, so I just want to increase the drone speed. Thanks, dude. North Myrtle Beach. No waves. What's going on? All right, guys. Well, that was a lot of fun. Did our first cross-country IFR flight in the Cessna 310. It went very well. I'm going to go ahead and set up the set this thing off to sit a while. As we go to option, configuration, that's what we want. Go pitot covers, intake covers, engine covers are all set up. Go ahead and close the door, window. Come on. Close the door. And walk away. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this short little flight out to the beach. It went very well, I thought. I had a great time. Thank you for all of those who subscribed. We got Chewy, is finally a subscriber. Realm Nathaniel, also a subscriber, and we got some likes and whatnot on this one. And I think it went very well. So, thank you so much for joining us. As I said, check out our Discord, check out the Twitch channel if you like, and also my Twitter. And feel free to say hello in all of those. They are linked on the main channel page. I think there's links for those, but I'll try to be active on those as much as I can. Have a great rest of your weekend. If you're, I know it's a little late for the guys in Europe, but here in the United States, 6:15, almost dinner time on the East Coast. I will be around. Have a great weekend. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves, everybody. On screen. There we go.